This is Will Nunziata, New York City-based director and creator of theater, television, and film. And today I am thrilled to be speaking with the acclaimed music artist INCONNIA. But before we get to our interview, here is a sneak peek at her incredible talent with her song, Don't Save Me.
Last time I heard about the last time, whispers on the grave. One time when our fingers were intertwined. Don't blind my eyes and hold your lies, the kind of talk that I despise. 'Cause I heard it on the grapevine. Did your heart beat fast with perspiration? Was it some kind of desperation? Is she an image of perfection? Don't save me from the next time. Don't save me from the next time. Don't spare me from the next time.
Well, hello, INCONNIA. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. And I'm so excited to finally be speaking with you. And before we get started, I want to know, talk to me about the impetus for Don't Save Me.
You don't have to tell me what impetus means. No, you think I'd be all right with words, but I'm so not, given the fact that I'm a songwriter. I'm like, what?
What was the reasoning behind you writing Don't Save Me?
I'm with you.
And by the way, I want to leave this in only because it shows your personality. You are so fun.
It's so good. I literally never prepare for interviews. And I'm like, what am I saying?
No, you are absolutely perfect. What was
Okay, great.
Yeah, so why did you write Don't Save Me?
Why did I write Don't Save Me? Good question. I wrote it a really long time ago, like 2 or 3 years ago, when I was first getting into songwriting. And it was about a really messy relationship, as a lot of songs are. And it went really badly wrong, and it was kind of like the guy ended up cheating in the end. And I was like, you know what? Next time, don't even bother. Just like don't save me. Don't try and save me from your bullshit. Can we swear on this? Is this like a? Yeah,
You
okay.
can do whatever you want.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was like, don't save me from your bullshit. Don't try, just go off and do your thing and let me go and live my life. Like, stop dragging me around. Was basically what that song is about. So it kind of tells the story of that.
But I think a lot of people can relate to that, and thank God that you have the courage to lean into the vulnerability of expressing what at the time was a very probably traumatic and hard experience.
Yeah, I think in my writing of songs, I like to write about important stuff that's hard. Because I think there's so much music out in the world, and it's like, I'm going to be promoting this stuff, and actually if I'm going to be shoving stuff in people's faces, I want it to be stuff that like is meaningful and impactful and actually does something good for the world, not that it's just kind of like random crap. Do you know what I mean? Like,
oh my God,
that's really important to me.
I love
and mental health stuff is important, and that's, it all wraps up into that, this thing of having the confidence to say, I'm good without you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I also love how unapologetically authentic you are. I mean, obviously, to dig deep, it obviously seems like you've done the work on yourself. Do you know what I mean? To be able to be so sure of who you are and stepping into your power, but thus also giving permission to the young INCONNIAs out there to do so themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
I freaking love it. It's amazing. We don't have enough artists out there who are just willing to be the first-rate versions of themselves instead of a carbon copy of what they think may be number one on the Billboard charts. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I really could not care less about that. I think personally, and one of the things that I'm always told as a music artist, you'll have your niche. There is a group of people out there who are interested in hearing what every artist has to say, I think. And it's what a bunch of people have said to me over the years as well. And I think it's true, There's always an audience for your music, and therefore I don't think you need to fit into
Nope.
a box. And I think like there's so much in the world that's like so designed to be kind of commercially reaching, and actually some of the best stuff just isn't that. Like it's so far from that because it's so real.
Well,
That's what I'm interested in.
well, and this is what I love about Phoenix and why, frankly, I am on board, because not only are the CEOs friends of mine now, but I have spoken with 650 artists in 6 months. And let me
Wow.
tell you, some of the most badass artists of all disciplines, from music to sculpting to painting to Tony winners to Emmy winners to
Oh my
indie to
goodness.
Grammy winners. I mean, you name it, from Japan to Singapore to LA to Liverpool to Florida. I mean, you name it. What I love so much about every single artist that I've spoken with, every single one, they each in their own special way have an unapologetic authenticity. And
Yeah.
the fact of the matter is, it is easier for the world to easily digest an artist who just is a part of one genre. It's easier for them, the people not in the arena. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I
Yeah.
look at someone like you, it's like, I love the fact that researching you, I've never met anyone like you yet. And that's,
Oh, hey, thank you.
I'm from New York. I say the truth. You know what I mean? Like,
Aw.
I'm curious to know, look at, with the idea with this app that you're now able to connect with not only more fans, but possible collaborations all around the world. What is that? What does that mean like for someone like you?
You know what? Am I supposed to have access to this app right now? Tell me that. You can cut this bit out. I
Yes,
don't have
I will.
access to it at the moment.
Oh, you don't, go. What'd you say? I'm
So
sorry.
I don't have access to it. Am I supposed to have access to it yet?
Oh, you weren't given your login
No.
information?
No.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I thought I was getting access after this interview, which is fine. I was like, oh, okay, we'll do the interview and then I'll have
No,
access.
you will. You will get access. You know, some, not like 8 times out of 10, the artist has already gotten their login info, but you haven't gotten it yet.
I have, unless I've got that completely wrong, but I don't think I have. And if I have, it got lost in my emails.
Do not worry about it. I will make sure that you get all of the information once this interview is over.
Well, why don't you tell me a bit about what the app is about, seeing as I haven't been on that app, and then I can reflect on that.
Perfect. It's a social media app for artists. Essentially, you know, you have your Instagram, your Facebook, your TikTok. This is a one-stop shop for all artists, where basically Fenix is going to take all of your social media apps and in one place allow people to peruse. Is that a word?
Yeah, that's a word.
Impetus. Peruse you as an artist in one place, but also Fenix is providing each and every artist with their own individual link to their apps.
Okay.
So say you have a share app link you can give to your fans, they'll be able to download onto their home screens your face and your individual app. And in addition, Fenix is tapping into the whole cryptocurrency world. I knew nothing about it before. Do you know anything about crypto?
Really little, because I've done some research on the app, on the YouTube channel. In the description it says about that, but I'm not that familiar with it.
So you know Bitcoin?
Yes.
So like Fenix has their own Bitcoin. Basically long and short, cryptocurrency takes out the middleman, which is the bank. I know it sounds like so weird, like how do you make money without a bank? But also like at some point I forgot in the early 90s, people were like, how do you receive an email without a stamp? It's kind of like that same thinking. It's like, it seems out there, but it's actually a thing. And so they're using technology and like, for example, this is news to me. Like I didn't realize how much Spotify takes from an artist to stream.
Yeah, do you know what? Per stream as an artist, you get paid 0.0002 of a penny. I don't know what that is in dollars, but a penny is like 1 cent equivalent or whatever.
And Fenix is going to give the artists more than 80%.
That's really good.
And on top of that, I didn't realize this, when you do like a YouTube live or a Facebook live, Facebook, for example, when you do a Facebook live without you knowing it, they put ads all around the video. And Facebook is 100% of those ads streaming. Fenix is going to give the artist 82%. Fenix is giving
Fenix, that sounds great. Yeah.
No, and I know it sounds too good to be true, but like I've been on the meetings with the tech people representing the artist. I'm a Broadway director, but I was a singer for 20 years. So I fight for the artists. I'm like in there making sure like things are constantly like, it's real, it's about, it's 1000% legit. It's never been done. That's why I'm a part of this, because who knows if it's going to blow up. And I think it will. But at the end of the day, for me, with my head on the pillow at night, is the fact that, and this is still all cut, don't worry. My head on the pillow at night is that there's always going to be that YouTube channel of Fenix 360 with those over 650 artists that are going to be able to connect with art just based upon that one play, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
That's kind of like the long and short layman term. Does that make sense?
That's cool. So it's going to be like linking basically artist profiles across, you know, all of our profiles that we all manage.
It's also sexier than that.
And then fan access to that in one place. That makes total sense.
Exactly, but it's also like it'll allow access to fans too, but also artist to artist, and it's also a really sexy looking app. It's really, they've done so much work on it. They officially launched last month, but I was in the trenches with them, giving them just like from an artist perspective, how it should look for someone to even want to be associated with it. Because God bless, whether we like it or not, we live in an optically driven society. It better be sexy, easy to use. Most people don't know what the fuck crypto is. Make it easy. And so as part of this interview, you're not only getting paid money, but you're getting paid in Fenix tokens as part of, you know what I mean? That could be worth something one day for you then to sell into US dollars or whatever currency you want. So again, too good to be true, but they have a lot of people in Asia putting money toward this. So that's why I love these first, no, I'm sorry. I'm just being fucking honest. Like fair enough. They, you know, and these first 1,000 artists that are coming on board, like, you know, that's why I'm doing these interviews, because I said, forget what I get paid. We'll work that out. But the artists need to be paid for their time, even if it's 10 minutes. And the CEOs went, of course, why wasn't that always the case? Like, they just
rarely the case. Yeah.
So again,
to the point where I was like, is this a scam?
That was me for the first
the email came through and I was like, why am I getting this? I was like, this is so weird.
That was the first 3 months of me being on board. And my husband like researching every 5 seconds, like all of the people and doing background checks on it. So obviously these will all be cut because
obviously.
So, we can now cut back to, if it's cool with you, me asking you, I just asked, like, this whole idea of potentially collaborating with other artists. What would that mean for someone like an artist like yourself?
I'll tell you what, if I'm totally honest, collaborating is something, I think for me, I'm more interested in the fan to artist connection there. Personally, like the collaboration thing is great, and obviously like networking with artists is so important, but like in my career right now, like I don't need that so much right now. But what I really could do with that Fenix seems to be able to be the answer to is a cohesive space for fans to come to connect with, to be able to see all of the content in one place, and also for me and all the other artists to get kind of paid and compensated for that properly, because that as a space doesn't exist. It
doesn't exist. And that's
the part that's really exciting for me.
Well, look at the end of the day, this was an idea they had before the pandemic, but it was really actually during the pandemic where all of the CEOs of Fenix and all of the people behind the technology in this beautiful, sexy app now, they really kind of rolled up their sleeves and they said, wow, now more than ever, are artists not only going to want to connect and collaborate, but finally be compensated.
Yeah, that's the key. Yeah.
And they're doing it. They found the formula. And again, and we talked about this offline, and I don't care. It seemed too good to be true, but it's a thing. It's actually happening because we're programmed as artists. Correct me if I'm wrong. We're programmed as artists to be grateful for the exposure. And you'll get paid one day. No.
Yeah, literally.
So
the thing is, time is energy, which is, if you want to be really capitalist about it, is money. And if you're not getting paid for your time, then it's like, I can't afford to do this. Do you know what I mean? We've only got limited hours in a day.
That's right.
So that's so important. I think we'll end up with a more creative world when artists get compensated properly.
Amen. Ooh, I'm taking that with me and putting that on my vision board. I agree with you, but I agree with you because it's not just about an artist being seen and heard. It's about being properly compensated for their worth in their
Yeah.
time, in their talent.
Yeah.
That's me
Exactly.
getting angry. That's as angry as I get. But listen, INCONNIA, before we end the interview, I just want to let our audience know for more on the incredible INCONNIA. You can read more about her right below this video. INCONNIA, final question for you, my love.
Mm.
If you could give advice to young INCONNIA, what would it be?
Oh my God. Don't do stupid things. Or maybe do, because you wrote some good songs about him, like Don't Save Me, but
I was about to say qualify stupid, but maybe that'll be for part 2, because I think there's something about life experience where some of the best art, flows.
oh yeah, you're so right. You're so right.
So don't do
Stupid things, but don't get so worried about them. Maybe I'll go there. That's
with the
what it was.
ellipsis, ...
Yeah.
Listen, INCONNIA, you're such a joy. You're a joy not only because of your talent, but because of you being a person whom I just met, but no, you've done and continue to do the work as a human and an artist to be your best self when being a vessel and putting out, the messages that are going to help entertain and also, dare I say, heal other people that are probably maybe not as vulnerable and strong as you to face,
Oh, thank you. It's really cool that you picked up that vibe in 10 minutes, 20 minutes, because that's literally like my whole artist shebang. So you got it.
They call me, what do they call me? One critic called me the diva whisperer, whatever that means.
He said, what do they call me? I was going to be like, they call you Will.
INCONNIA, I can't with you, but I can. But I love artists, what can I say? And I do like to listen, but I also like to feel where an artist is at. And I'm so excited that we're connected now so I can continue to watch your star rise.
Absolutely. Looking forward to seeing what you do in the future and hearing more about what you do as well, but that doesn't need to be part of this interview.
Oh, thank God. And please, my husband reminds me all the time, Will, it is not always about you.